Picture this. A bird so big, so bizarre, it's only around for 6 months. Then poof, it's gone, vanished, like a magician pulling off the ultimate disappearing act. Where does it go? Why does it leave? And how did the smartest minds in science miss its secret double life for centuries? If you're ready to have your mind blown, buckle up, because today we're diving into the giant hummingbird's secret double life, how science missed this for centuries. Trust me, you won't believe what this feathered giant has been hiding. So, what's the deal with the giant hummingbird? Let's start with the basics. This isn't your average backyard buzzer. The giant hummingbird, Patagona gigas, if you want to impress your friends, is the heavyweight champ of the hummingbird world. We're talking up to 30 grams of pure bird power. To put that in perspective, that's about 8 times heavier than the ruby-throated hummingbird you might spot, sipping nectar from your feeder. 8 times. That's like comparing a toy car to a pickup truck in the bird kingdom. But it's not just the size that makes this bird stand out. If you've ever watched a hummingbird, you know they're like tiny helicopters, wings buzzing so fast they're a blur. Not this guy. The giant hummingbird's wing beats are slow and deliberate, almost graceful, more like a swift slicing through the sky than the frantic flutterers we're used to. Imagine seeing one hover over a flower. It's like watching a jumbo jet pull off a delicate landing. Unreal, right? Now, here's where it gets weird. For hundreds of years, people noticed something odd about these birds. Some of them stick around all year, just chilling like they've got nowhere better to be. But others, after breeding season, they vanish, gone without a trace. Scientists scratch their heads wondering, where are they going? Are they on vacation? Did they forget to leave a forwarding address? This disappearing act baffled everyone, even one of the biggest names in science history. Let's rewind to the 1830s. Picture Charles Darwin. Yes, the Charles Darwin, the guy who changed how we see the world, sailing around South America on the HMS Beagle. He's in Chile, scribbling in his notebook, when he spots these giant hummingbirds. He watches them flit around, sipping nectar, doing their thing. But then, outside of breeding season, they're nowhere to be found. Darwin jots down a hunch. Maybe they're heading north. It's a solid guess for a guy with no GPS or binoculars, but back then tracking a bird was like trying to follow a ghost. No tech, no answers, just a big fat question mark. And that question mark stuck around for nearly 200 years. Can you imagine a mystery that juicy staying unsolved for so long? The modern quest begins. Fast forward to 2016. Enter Jessie Williamson, an ornithologist with a mission. Solve Darwin's puzzle once and for all. She and her team head to Chile, armed with cutting-edge tech and a whole lot of grit. Their plan? Slap tiny tracking devices, think miniature bird backpacks, onto these giant hummingbirds and figure out where they're sneaking off to. Easy peasy, right? Not quite. Catching these birds was like trying to nab a superhero. Giant hummingbirds are smart. They've got eagle eyes for anything weird in their territory. Nets, traps, you name it. Set up a standard bird net? They'd spot it a mile away and zip off like, "Nice try, humans." The team had to get crafty. They started stringing nets horizontally over streams where the birds like to snack on insects. Imagine it. A net stretched out like a hammock, waiting for a hummingbird to swoop in. It's part science, part ninja tactics. And even then, it took years. Years of tweaking, waiting, and probably a few choice words muttered under their breath, before they tagged enough birds and got the data back. The jaw-dropping migration. Okay, here's where things get wild. Hold on to your hats because the numbers are insane. Some giant hummingbirds travel, get this, 5,200 miles round trip. That's right, 5,200 miles. For a bird that weighs less than a couple of AA batteries, that's bonkers. Picture flying from New York to LA, then back again, with a detour thrown in for fun. That's one of the longest migrations of any hummingbird on Earth. And where are they going? They start in the lowlands of central Chile, nice, comfy sea-level vibes, then climb, over just a few weeks, to over 13,000 feet in the high Andes of Peru. Let's break that down. 13,000 feet is taller than most mountains in the Rockies. It's higher than Pikes Peak. Up there, the air's so thin you'd be gasping for breath. But these birds, they're pros. They don't just zip straight up, they take pit stops, acclimating like seasoned mountaineers. Their little bodies adjust to the altitude, tweaking oxygen levels like it's no big deal. Meanwhile, their non-migratory cousins are back in Chile, kicking back, sipping nectar, living the easy life. It's like one sibling's climbing Everest while the other's binge-watching Netflix. Same family, totally different vibes. The big twist, two species, not one. But wait, there's a plot twist that'll knock your socks off. The researchers didn't just find a crazy migration. They uncovered something even bigger. These migrating hummingbirds aren't just a quirky group. They're a whole different species. Yep, you heard that right. Genetic tests showed the migratory southern giant hummingbird split from its northern, stay-at-home cousin over 2 million years ago. 2 million years. For centuries, we thought they were the same bird, just with different travel plans. Turns out, they're like distant relatives who look alike but live totally different lives. How did we miss this? Well, they're practically twins on the outside. Same size, same feathers, same slow wing beats. You'd need a microscope and a DNA kit to tell them apart. It's like finding out your neighbor's been living a double life as a secret agent. You'd never guess until you cracked the code. This discovery flipped everything we thought we knew about hummingbirds upside down. Evolution, adaptation, species diversity. It's a game changer. Why this matters to you? So, why should you care about a bird flying halfway across South America? First off, it's just plain awesome. Who doesn't love a story about a tiny creature pulling off superhero feats? But it's more than that. This isn't just about one bird, it's about the whole wild world we live in. These migratory hummingbirds face some tough challenges. Climate change messing with their routes, habitat loss shrinking their pit stops, humans building stuff where they need to rest. Every leg of that 5,200-mile trip is a tightrope walk, and one wrong move could spell trouble. Understanding their journey helps us protect them. Conservation isn't just about saving cute animals. It's about keeping ecosystems humming, pun intended. Plus, this discovery teaches us something bigger. Nature's tricky. It's full of surprises, and even after centuries of study, we're still learning. Maybe there's a lesson there for us too. Keep looking, keep asking questions, because the answers might be wilder than you think. Hey, if you're loving this deep dive into the giant hummingbird's secret life, do me a favor, smash that like button and drop a comment below. Tell me what you think. Did this migration blow your mind? Got a hummingbird story of your own? Your support keeps us bringing you epic nature tales like this one. And if you want more, hit subscribe and ring that bell. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Closing thoughts. Next time you spot a hummingbird darting around your yard, sipping from a flower, or buzzing by your feeder, take a second to think about its relatives out there. Some of them are scaling mountains, crossing continents, living lives we're only just starting to understand. The giant hummingbird's secret double life? It's proof that even the smallest creatures can hold the biggest mysteries. And who knows, maybe there's more out there waiting to be uncovered. Wait, hold on. Did you hear that hum? Nah, probably just my imagination. And maybe, wait, hold on. Did you hear that? Never mind. See you next time. En 10 stouts in Papid.